In a previous video titled "The 243 Wasn't Enough," I got a little bit of positive and a lot of negative feedback. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Everybody is entitled to their own opinions, and those opinions are usually due to the experience of those individuals. Well, for the last 3 years, I've used the Savage Axis rifle, as well as Remington 100 grain core-lokt ammunition in 243. And I just wanted to make a quick montage of the past 3 years hunting, where I show you me using this rifle, this ammunition, and just give you my opinion on it. This is not to persuade you in any way, it's more so to inform you as a buyer that there may be better options out there regarding to some of these products. So anyway guys, without any further ado, hope you enjoy. This is her. Complete shot right at the heart, vital organ. Very happy with that. That's a good size deer. That's a big deer for down here. I hit him right in the shoulder, right where I was aiming. Yep. That is awesome. I finally killed my first hog tonight, and this one sitting behind me. Not the biggest hog in the world, but it is something, and we need to get him off the land, so not too bad. Alright, well I took that shot at the doe about 20 minutes ago. And if it runs off, a good idea is to wait about 20 minutes, let it lay down, and hopefully bleed out. Now I just gotta find a blood trail, and hopefully I hit it. So far I haven't found anything yet, but I just started looking, and I'm gonna check these trees right here in this high grass. That should be a little bit easier to spot blood. Well, I didn't have any blood trail to follow. For some reason, I just couldn't find any blood at all, but I did find the deer. And it's a decent sized doe. Definitely put some meat on the table. That's all I really wanted, so I'm really happy about that. Now we're just going to drag it out of the woods, put it in the four-wheeler, and we'll take it home. But that's a good hunt. You'll have to take my opinion for a grain of salt when it comes to the Savage Axis, because I have one of the first generations. Overall though, I absolutely love it. For the price point, which you buy this rifle at, it's a beginner's rifle, let's be honest for ourselves, it's brilliant. It's very durable, it's very reliable, and most importantly, it's incredibly accurate. The trigger on it is very smooth, has a very clean break, and just helps provide even more accuracy out of yourself. The only thing I can really knock against it is that when you take that bolt, you pull it all the way out to reload another cartridge, there's a lot of play in that bolt. So it's very clunky when reloading. Just something to keep in mind. I've dealt with it for 7 years, it really doesn't bother me too much. But it's not going to be as smooth as a Tikka T3 or a Browning A bolt, but they're also 3 times the price. That being said, just an awesome rifle, couldn't recommend it anymore. The ammunition on the other hand, the Remington 100 grain core-lokt ammunition, I just haven't had good luck with it. I know a lot of people that love it, it just hasn't been for me. I usually shoot within about 100 yards or so, and the problem I'm having on all the deer that you just saw, those does that I shot in the heart, it would just pass straight through, wouldn't mushroom or anything, very small entry hole, very small exit hole. I was able to, one of them just dropped right on the spot, the other one, just about the same exact shot placement, but she ran off a little bit, and there was no blood trail whatsoever. Now that's not too big of an issue because she didn't run too far. However, it's just something to keep in mind, and it's something that's bothered me for a little bit. Now when it came to that buck, I shot him in the shoulder, entry hole. It seemed like it did fragment whenever it hit that shoulder, broke it down a little bit. He was only about 30 yards away, so it wasn't too bad. But there was no exit wound, and there was no blood trail whatsoever to follow if we needed to follow one. The hog, on the other hand, I did shoot that in the head. It dropped instantly, but there was an entry and exit wound, and the entry wound, or the exit wound, was actually a little bit larger, so we could have had a blood trail. Now, in a previous video, as I stated earlier, it wasn't the best shot in the world, and the thing was, I searched for days, hours upon hours, no blood could be found, nothing, and that was something I've been a little worried about with this ammunition. It doesn't mushroom out as well as I would like, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to switch to something else, possibly polymer tip, to hopefully get a little bit better mushrooming effect and a larger exit hole. That way, if we ever get to a point where we need to, unfortunately, follow a blood trail in order to find the deer or hog, whatever it is, we're able to. We always try to make ethical and clean shots. However, even the most experienced hunters do mess up every now and then. I fortunately haven't had that happen to me just yet, but it probably will. It's probably going to happen to everybody once, and if it doesn't, you're very lucky. And I mean, just mistakes happen, unfortunately, and that's part of it. And one of the ways I want to reduce that is by having a bullet that will mushroom out, give me a blood trail to follow, so I can still obtain the deer and put the meat on the table. Well, hopefully I gave you some more information that you may have not known about, or giving you some real world examples. But if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to share, like, subscribe for more, and thanks for watching.